Hello, my name is Connor Parkinson and I'm going to be walking you through my level of the TDF framework. To start off with, we've got a few quests just to complete. So we've got a quick jumping quest just to teach the player how to use the movement systems. If I can use the movement system. Kind of set this up a little bit badly due to how I decided to do my terrain. So we should now move on to the first quest, which is defeat all of the enemies as well as the boxes. Decide to use the boxes as cover for the enemies just to give the player a few more things to shoot at. Terrain's a bit uneven as well on my part, so it's very difficult to see where you're shooting at, as well as being bounced back from all the projectiles. It's soon gone over. So that's the first quest completed. And now we move on to things. We are now free. So we go left here. We've got our first boss waiting for us. So that's the tutorial boss, as you can see on the bottom right. As we move up further, we enter into the Black Lake, or the Black Lagoon, as I call it in editing. So you got a checkpoint, and we've got a few move to markers here. Got to defeat these guys on the way, as well as collect all of the move to markers. I think I missed one there. Have a quick look for it. There we go. So now we are let free into the world, where we can kill or leave the enemies to what they want to do. So as we work our way up into this path, we see the first path we can travel down. Being further up, I think. There's a quick ammo pickup. Here we have an enemy using a control path mode to kill him quickly. He counts as one of the bosses. So one of the main reasons for using all of the trees that you can see is just to experiment with the foliage texturing that you can do with Unreal Engine, as well as just to see what kind of terrains I could come up with, as well as give the player like a reason to explore the map. Because now, as I'm wandering, adds to the playtime, gives the player something else to do. So as I move down here, we should enter into the next area for the player. Let's take these guys out. So we go down here, there's a little secret area that we can get to. Another area, but because we went through the Black Lagoon, going this way is hell of a lot easier. Take these guys out. So you have some barrels. For some reason, along with the weapons, my blueprints aren't working correctly after I did something. I might have changed the engine version, or I might have converted something by accident, but since then nothing's worked. I've got all of them named, but the only things they do are generate debug lines, and that's it. I'm not totally sure why. Here we have a little Overwatch guard, just to make sure the player's aware of that. Make sure he's not going to get hit, and not make the game too easy. So we'll make our way back up to the top bit just by going through the actual path. So you can take a little secret shortcut here. Allows the player to skip the 2 rows of enemies that would stand in their way if they decide to take another route. So as we continue on, we work our way down here. We've got some more enemies that are hiding in the trees. To avoid those guys, just so we can get back to the main part of the map. So yes, this is the turning point for the final area, which holds the 2 final bosses and the last quest. So refill ammo there as we move up. Just a few more patrolling turrets. Probably one of the worst things I could have done is make a terrain base like this, just because of all the height that the game possesses. Just doesn't make it easy playing. And also the trees kind of obstruct the view. So just the final area. Quick repair. Just move down here where I decided to use quite a lot of the texture painting tools I had. So there's one of the bosses. And this is the final boss. And as you can see, he's quite hard to get through. A quick repair there for you. Just follow the path. It should bring us to the final enemy. So as we go through here, we've got quite a few guys that we should really kill. And obviously the player would have to kill all of these when he or she decides to take on the game. But just for this purpose, I'm going to go in straight and kill him. And then enter the end point, which I seem to have lost. There it is. There we go. That's my finished UI. Not sure why everything is completely skew-if. I will definitely take time to fix that, as these errors have arisen to me. So, sorry for the performance. I am reading this on a laptop as I'm away from home. So, this is the map. As you can see, I've added some more meshes to it, some more turrets, some more secret areas that we didn't cover, just like these areas there. And obviously the barrels, more turrets, all of the meshes and the final area. So now the game is being played. You can open up the file with all of the weapons in. So for some reason, let's check it's still recording. For some reason, I decided to add a rocket to it and stuff for the first one, but I've gone into complex systems with the other weapons, but they just don't work. And I'm not totally sure why. I don't know if it's because I converted it into a different system or anything, but I've spent the last 2 weeks trying to fix them. I just can't get anywhere with them. As you can see, I've gone through the line traces, loops, bridges, tried to add effects to them, tried to add meshes to the weapons, and just nothing works. It just gives me the debug. It all shoots once and gives me a debug. But they all are here, as well as the barrel. That's all set up. It just doesn't seem to work. It just doesn't seem to take any damage or blow up or use any effect that's been set for it. I'm not totally sure why. And I've been trying to fix it on my own, trying to get some more experience with it, but I've not been able to do it. So I'm a bit stuck really, because I've left it quite a bit late just to get any help on it. So I've tried my best to do it myself and just not been able to do it. But while we're on a case of this, show you my UIs. So I'm not sure why it didn't present properly, but this is UI 1. That's the end score screen. Gameplay UI, so I added a couple of meshes, changed the fonts, changed the layout of it. Changed the Quest UI, so it gave you a text, a tick to show you that you've done it. There was also a couple of backgrounds on that. And the tutorial UI just changed the font just to keep it in line with the rest of the UI. So that is it for my TDF. Seems to have gone. I could have managed my time a hell of a lot better and not put it into other subjects. But all in all, I think what I produced is, as a satisfactory standard, could have been better if I gave myself more time. But thank you for watching. This has been Connor Parkinson's TDF top-down level.